Here he is facing a charge that, very interestingly, is the exact same charge he tried to not stick himself on Trump, but he celebrated when Trump was raided. He celebrated the case over the classified documents. He emphasized the gravity of it. You could see he was salivating at the idea that Trump may face years in prison over it. And so isn't it peculiarly ironic and, in a way, appropriate that this exact same charge has come back to haunt him? He's facing not any charge, not some other unrelated criminal charge, but he's facing a charge over the same thing. And by the way, this is not unique to Bolton. Think of Letitia James. She went after Trump on the idea that, you falsified your information in real estate in order to get favorable terms of credit. And you got those favorable terms of credit, and we are now going to punish you for it. We're going to claim that you have injured the taxpayer, you have injured New York, and so we're going to go after you. And Letitia James promised to go after Trump. She went after Trump, and now she is facing mortgage fraud charges. So again, what is the DOJ saying about Letitia James? Well, you falsified information, you provided false information. For what purpose? To get favorable terms in real estate, to get better mortgage deals than you otherwise would have gotten. So there is a beautiful symmetry here between these people who tried to go after Trump, let's just say on charge X, and now they find themselves facing, in some version, charge X, or went after Trump in Bolton's case on charge Y, the classified documents, and now Bolton himself is facing charges dealing with Y, classified documents. And maybe it will go on like this. Maybe with Adam Schiff, it'll be Z, and this kind of poetic equivalence will continue to play itself out. Now, what did John Bolton do? It looks like what John Bolton did is he took all this classified information home and he shared it with people who are not entitled to see it. Notably, members of his own family. It seems like the two people mentioned in the indictment are his wife and his daughter. Now, the indictment doesn't say wife, it doesn't say daughter, but if you read between the lines, it looks like this is what it's talking about. Now, again, John Bolton was the National Security Advisor. He actually is entitled to have access to those documents. What he's not allowed to do as the National Security Advisor is show those documents to others who are not authorized. I mean, this is the very clear and strict line. The other thing that Bolton does is he sends this information through unauthorized emails. And in fact, his emails were even hacked. So here we have a double level of danger. You're sending the emails to people who should not see this information, and they're seeing it. That's bad enough. But when your email is hacked, that creates the possibility of this information getting out, being seen by just about anybody, being seen by bad actors, by the worst people in the world. You could have the enemies of the country poring over this information. So this is very oddly stupid behavior and careless behavior by a fairly seasoned DC guy. Like I say, John Bolton was in the neoconservative camp. He was a foreign policy pundit. He aspired to these kinds of jobs. Very interestingly, he did not get those kinds of jobs under Reagan, but he did get the appointment under Trump. Then he turns against Trump. He wants to see Trump jailed, and now he himself is facing jail time. So isn't it interesting how all of this comes around, as they say? What goes around comes around. Now, Bolton is going to be in for a hard time because he's going to have to hire a very good criminal defense attorney. He's going to be subjected to a blizzard of motions. He's going to have to deal with the anxiety and trauma of a serious case that could put him away for years. What is the probability that he'll be put away for years? In my view, somewhat low. He's going to be, unlike, by the way, the Trump himself, and unlike, by the way, a lot of Trumpsters, these indictments, which are by and large in the DC area, are going to left-wing judges. Judges appointed by Biden, judges appointed by Obama. Obviously, the jury pool is also going to be, if not left-wing, certainly leaning to the left, which means it will have jurors sympathetic to Bolton, sympathetic also to Letitia James. And again, that is in contradistinction. That is in contrast with, say, January 6 juries, which were almost uniformly made up of bureaucrats and uniformly hostile to Trump and also to the Trumpsters. So maybe there's a possibility on the part of Bolton to get jury nullification. And jury nullification simply believes the jury looks at it, and even if they think that he did it, even if they think that he's guilty, they just decide, we're going to sort of nullify the verdict. We're just going to declare him acquitted. Juries, after all, do have, at some level, ultimate power. They are asked to follow the law. They're given jury instructions that tell them what the law is that they are supposed to apply. But what if they don't apply it? What if they just go, well, yeah, okay, fine, but we still think the guy's not guilty? At that point, the jury becomes the final word. At that point, there is no further way to get around a jury decision. If Bolton is acquitted, he's a free man. He walks free. So I think he has a chance for this kind of a jury nullification outcome. But it's still going to be a painful process to get there. And maybe in the end, it is that process itself that will be his real punishment. Guys, when I first came to America around 1980, I had a mere $500 in my pocket. Now, if I had been super frugal and not spent a penny of that money, what do you think it would be worth now? What could it actually buy today compared to what it could buy in 1980? Answer: less than $130. Why is that? Because the US government, through the Fed, is constantly printing money. Now, when the government prints money, you got more money chasing the same amount of goods and services, so money goes down in value, goes down in purchasing power, it buys less. The Fed has been at this since 1913. That's why a dollar today can only buy what a few cents could buy in 1913. And the government continues to print oceans of money. It never stops. An ounce of gold reached a high of $850 in 1980. It's worth around $3,900 an ounce today. So historically, over time, gold has gone up and up in value. Dollars have gone down and down in purchasing power. What about in the last 12 months? Well, gold is up over 40%. I believe now is the time for you to check it out. Find out how you can diversify your savings with gold and silver. And this is why I've partnered with Goldco. Goldco offers the best customer service for precious metals ownership. They are also the only gold dealer that offers a first-time gold buyer rebate of up to 10% in bonus silver on qualified purchases. Now, there's no better offer out there, so check it out. Learn more about how to safeguard your savings from the dollar's decline. It's very simple. Here's where you go: DineshGold.com. Easy to remember. Go to DineshGold.com.